So if you're running a business here in the South Bay, I need you to listen up. There's a quiet crisis happening in marketing right now, and you're probably wasting a ton of money on videos that are, frankly, completely useless. It's time to talk about the death of corporate polish and give you a brand new playbook.
Let me just ask you this straight up. Have you ever spent thousands, maybe even tens of thousands, on a beautiful, slick business video, only to post it and hear crickets? Yeah, you're not alone. The fact is, those perfectly scripted, overproduced videos we all thought we needed, they're now being actively ignored by the exact customers you're trying to reach. And you can see the split right here. On one side, you have corporate polish. You know the vibe, scripted, safe, buttoned up, and totally invisible. But on the other side, we have lo-fi authenticity. This is raw, it's real, sometimes it's even a little vulnerable. And guess what? It converts like crazy. The market has completely changed. Your clients don't want a perfect pitch anymore. They just want an honest-to-God conversation. So, what's really going on here? Why is this happening? Well, this isn't just some passing trend. It's actually rooted in some pretty deep human psychology. Let's dive into the new rules for building actual trust with your audience. It all comes down to this idea called the Uncanny Valley. You've probably heard of it from robotics. You know, when a robot looks almost human, but something's just a little bit off, it feels creepy. Well, your overproduced business video is doing the exact same thing. When you script out every single word, edit out every breath, every pause, you stop being a human and you become this kind of digital android. And people's brains are hardwired to distrust that. And this quote right here just nails it. Your customers, especially here in a community like the South Bay, they want to connect with a real person. They want to see you, the founder, thinking on your feet. That raw, unfiltered thought process, that's what builds what we call biological trust. It's that gut feeling that you're the real deal, something no slick graphic or fancy edit can ever replicate. Okay, but hold on. This is where so many businesses get it totally wrong. They hear raw and authentic, and they think, great, I'll just prop my phone up on my desk and shoot a shaky video. No, that could not be further from the truth. Let me be crystal clear about this. Amateur is not authentic. If your audience can't hear you because of an echo or they can't see your face because you're sitting in the dark, you've already lost. Bad quality isn't a stylistic choice. It's a massive barrier that just makes people click away. The real secret is what we call the clean data mandate. And yeah, it's a bit of a paradox. You actually need high-fidelity capture. We're talking broadcast-grade microphones, 4K cinema cameras, but you combine that with low-fidelity performance. That's you being totally unscripted, conversational, and raw. It's this magic combination that signals both high status and high trust at the same time. So what does that mean in practice? Well, dry audio means zero echo. It subconsciously tells the brain you're a professional. Face ID lighting makes you look credible, and it helps build a genuine connection. And those 4K sensors, they pick up the tiny micro-expressions that prove you're not faking it. These things aren't just nice-to-haves. They are the absolute foundation. All right, so we get the psychology, we get the tech. Now, how do we actually put this to work right here in our unique little digital world of the South Bay? The key is you have to stop making generic content. A video titled "Our Financial Services" is completely useless. It appeals to no one. You need what's called a hyper-local keyword mesh. You need to create content that speaks directly to the specific problems of your neighbors in Palos Verdes or Redondo Beach or San Pedro.
I mean, just look at these examples. You see how specific they are, how unpolished? They're immediately magnetic to a local audience because they don't sound like a sales pitch. They sound like urgent, crucial advice from an expert who's also your neighbor. This is how you punch through all the noise online. And once you've got their attention, your goal is not to say, smash that like button and subscribe. No. The goal is to use the internal bridge strategy. It's a simple 3-step. 1, you hook them with a real local problem. 2, you speak with unscripted authority about the solution. And 3, you bridge them over to your own website for a more detailed guide. You're moving them from public space to your own digital property. So that brings us to the final critical piece. How do you actually do this? I know the biggest objection is always, I don't have the time. But that's because you need to stop thinking like a content creator and start thinking like an asset generator. This isn't a chore, it's an investment. The old way, the polished way, takes weeks of planning, shooting, and agonizing over edits. This new raw capture model is all about speed. You can literally walk into a studio and in less than 1 hour generate an entire month's worth of high-value, high-authority video assets. No editing, no back-and-forth approvals, just pure captured expertise.
Now, I know what you're thinking because every expert I work with says this. But wait, I need a script. If I don't have a script, I won't sound smart.
Let's completely reframe that thought. Scripts don't make you sound smart. They make you sound like you're reading. All those little ums and ahs, the moments where you pause to find the right word, those aren't mistakes. They are tangible proof of real-time thinking, and that is the ultimate sign of true expertise. You just can't fake it.
And then there's the other big one, right? The one we all feel deep down, the insecurity about how we look on camera. Well, here's the reframe for that one. You don't look bad on camera. You look bad on bad cameras with bad lighting. It's that simple. Professional, sculpted lighting is 90% of what makes someone look amazing on video. Seriously, it's not about your face, it's about the photons hitting your face. So let's wrap this up with a really powerful way to think about it. Those polished, safe corporate videos, they're like renting a billboard on the 405. They're crazy expensive, they're gone in a month, and let's be honest, almost nobody even looks at them. But these raw, authentic videos, they're like buying land. Every single one you publish is a permanent asset that builds your authority and value year after year. And right now, in the South Bay, there is a massive, gaping hole in the market for this kind of content. That 95%, that's the wide open field waiting for you. Your competitors in Torrance and Long Beach, they're all still stuck in 2010, paying for slick videos that nobody's watching. The first true expert in any local niche to start putting out a raw, weekly video series is going to absolutely dominate this market. So that's the real question, isn't it? While your competitors are busy polishing their message until it's completely invisible, are you ready to start building your digital empire right here in the South Bay? Because the opportunity isn't coming, it's here right now.